Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I'm Bright Eye and Bushy Tail, ready for our Saturday talk. So I am only 1 minute late, and I didn't put any sign up. I forgot, but I expect this will automatically come on your screen, and hopefully you will join me. Hello, Prince. Yeah, that's how my ancestors looked 40, 50,000 years ago, million years ago. There's some changes I will do to it. There are little things that needs to be fixed, but all in all, it looks good. So we have Prince here, and we are waiting for maybe a few more people. How was your week, Prince? So when you are joining us, just throw a thumbs up or something that we know you're there. Yeah, I have recorded that, and that will be changed. But until I am able to send that file to where it was done, it'll be a few days, I think. I made that segment by my own voice because I didn't think that voice is exactly what I want. So it will be changed. There will be other animations that I have in mind to make to bring more of a entertainment while people are paying attention to certain logics of things. For example, the one that talks about the pebbles, I'm going to turn that into an animation. I think that'll be cool. So if there are other people online, just send me a note, send me a thumbs up, and I'll know that you guys are on as well. How did you find out that it's on? It just comes onto your screen and it shows that I'm live, Prince? Or do you have to see a announcement or a post the night before to know that there will be some event? Or does that make any difference when I put a post up? Does that make any difference, or it'll just pop up when I'm live and then that's when everybody sees it? Hello, Janet. Why are you having trouble watching, Janet? Is it reception, or is it distorted from here? Because I can see the screen is good. Hello, Ahmad. Yes. So when I'm live, it just pops up. So whether I have a post the night before or not, it doesn't matter really, right? Okay, good. Hello, Aman. How are you, dear? It must be about 12 midnight in India. Good to see you here. Hope you had a good week. So pretty soon we will have enough people so we can start our conversation. But in the meantime, if you have something on your mind that you want to start talking about it, that would be fine. We can start anytime. Let me see if I can have this set this way. Does that make any difference? Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. Still, the picture doesn't turn. I'll be upside down. Brenda, good to see you. I was just playing with the screen to see how I can make it, because when I upload them on YouTube, it actually looks narrow, and I thought maybe if I turn the the mobile phone horizontally, it may fix the frame on the YouTube, but I guess it doesn't. How are you, Brenda? I'm glad that you like the videos. Delighted to hear that. Ahmad says, tell us a story. A story? Maybe, maybe what? The little girl and the 7 wolves, or the wolf? I don't know what story I can tell you. Throw me a question. Don Diego, good to see you. What are you drinking? Oh, I'm drinking a combination of a German fruit tea, which is all about citric fruits, plus chamomile mixed. So it's pretty good. So we are looking for anything that is on your mind that you like to discuss. And in the meantime, I'm gonna move this a little bit so I can see my mouth moving. Otherwise it looks kind of funny. Cracks me up. So, are we all okay? We don't need to talk about... Okay, there's Kasem. Hello, Kasem. Good, I'm glad that you enjoy the videos and you find them helpful. How many of you have seen the animation that I put up yesterday in regards to promoting the channel? There'll be some changes in the animation. The voice at the end, I'm gonna switch it, change the voice of the old man. I'm going to use my own voice and see how that works, because I think his voice is a little bit too slow. The way, you know, it's done very well, but it's I think I need a little bit faster speaking, maybe, to cover a little bit more stuff in there. But nevertheless, other than some minor things in there, because it happens when you have it done somewhere else and you're not in control of everything, every moment of it in the production, it could happen, and that's fine. But did you guys have a chance to see it? I posted it up on the Facebook page and on YouTube. It's about 5.5 minutes. Turned out pretty long. I was shooting for 1 minute promo video, but it's a nice little story. Flintstones time. Brenda, I see a lot of your videos are about breakups, but I have seen other topics lately and really enjoy them. Yeah, Brenda, I am using the topic, but through it, I'm introducing concepts that has to do with the thoughts and consciousness and desires and ego and fear and how they interrelate, they work together, make us feel the way we feel, which one of the things that they affect is the way we feel after a breakup. And really that is a basis of knowing how breakups happen, why people have divisions and conflicts, and all has to do with how our psyche is put together. And each psyche is different. It's kind of like the fingerprint. Each person has his own special signature on that. And the way we've been put together and according to how we've been raised and the backgrounds and traditions and religions and the customs and things we've been exposed to and how we've been treated and all that, we have accumulated a certain different kinds of information in our consciousness, which is us. In turn, consciousness is our center, is us. And that is what really interacts with the other person's consciousness. And just because, you look in a certain way and you live in a certain city and you have a certain job and your partner may seem to be having same kind of a short-term background in the same city, same kind of laws governing his life where he lives, the same kind of routine, similar kind of routine, places to go. It doesn't mean that you guys have that much in common, because really what comes to work is how your psyches are having things in common and interacting. So in fact, people are really having a relationship between their consciousness and their images, the image that they have of themselves, the image they have in their mind of the other person, and the image that the other person has in his mind or her mind, and the image of this other person that other person has in his mind. So really it's the relationship between images and the consciousness, and it's not really about that you like hamburger and the other guy also likes, hamburger, and the other girl likes, steaks or whatever it is. It's not about what two people like during their daily life. It's about how this ticks, how they perceive life, how they see it, how they analyze it, based on what is the ingredient that has made this. Not just because we all look like human, and many of us just look like human, then we have same kind of values and understanding and ways of analyze and see life the way the other person, the partner, sees it. So through this breakup, we learn a lot about how our psyche works, because it makes it come alive. But if I only focus on how to describe the actual psyche, for some people it becomes boring, which is not supposed to be, because that is exactly what we should know, because we know everything about almost any kind of machinery, gadgets that we find in life, and we are excited to learn about it, but we never really spend time to learn about how this gadget is made. We only take it for granted. We only think that this gadget is about sleeping, eating, going to the bathroom, and having a relationship, having pleasures, and traveling, and buying things. That's the limited, visible, physical part of this whole thing. What really has made us to be who we are, it's really how this inside, the energy, the flow of the energy, the way we see things, how we perceive things, how we observe things. Are we within now, the present moment? Are we living in our memories? Are we looking at the life the way it is with the eye of the past? Are we worried and conjuring up things that hasn't happened in the future and we try to catch up with it? Or are we actually living with the flow of the energy of the present moment as life proceeds, as life blooms, as it's happening? Or we are only concerned about what happened or what will happen, and neither one of them is alive, none of them exists. So really the life that we call living is based on non-existence of the past or the future, which is called death of the past, or non-existence of future, which makes it an illusional life. So that's basically what I try to do. And of course, if you go on a playlist called The Psyche, I have many playlists on the channel. If you go on the playlist called The Psyche, you will have the kind of things that you want to more hear about. They're more in tune with the psyche rather than with the breakup song. Yeah, when I dig deeper into situation, yeah. Good, good. I'm glad, yeah. Yes, and I really enjoy that myself as well. But sometimes it can get really deep and maybe kind of not entertaining or not actually pertaining the present situation that most people are going through. And it would be only about the people who are interested to know a little bit more about their own gadget. So we have all kinds. But we also are living in a physical world, and we must understand how to interact with the challenges that come our way on a daily basis. So that's why it is important to know how the relationship works, because really, you know that relationships and how it works or doesn't work unnecessarily, but looks very important, makes boys and girls feel devastated, as if their life itself has come to an end. And that's why we need to understand the reasons for how we feel after a breakup in the relationship, what happens, so we can at least feel confident again, feel we're whole again. Nothing is lost when we break up. And it's only in certain levels that those are the levels that we explore. Now, Muskan, what is life all about? Oh, okay. Well, you don't want me to have my tea and enjoy. You just want me to talk for the next 5 days. Earning money and spending money, that's a pleasure part of it, yeah? I mean, the spending money is pleasure part of it. Let's see, I have a message here. Let's see what that is. Can I watch the video live for some reason? Can't watch the video live for some reason. I just load and load. I hopefully get to watch it later. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can do that. But I wonder why you can't watch it now. But it's okay. All you have to do, you got to go to the link that I have here, which if you go on Mind That Seeks Truth Facebook page, you will find a link, or if you're on the Facebook page, Mind That Seeks Truth, you will see this live anyhow. So, let's see if you have any simpler questions. Muskan, I have discussed what is life about in the other videos, and it's an elaborate, interesting topic. Let's see what other questions we have here, and perhaps we come back to it if we have enough time, because this particular question may take the whole time of the video. Rishav is the first time. It's the first time that he is watching. Oh, okay, Rishav. Good to have you here. Now, let's see. So, Abhishek, how to feel more confident in job while asking for salary? Just focus on doing a good job. Don't focus on who sees that you're doing a good job. It is apparent, it becomes apparent. You just try to enjoy your job. That is a raise by itself. And then the effect of your good job, because you're focused on it, it will be seen by whoever is supposed to be benefited from. And then they may never say anything, but then when you ask for a raise, they recognize your request with the job that you've been doing, and then it should be a breeze. Santosh Shah asks, how do you define success in life? Kashifa asks, as some people love from heart and some from mind. Why? People love from heart, they're very innocent. Is it? It depends on what your definition of love is. If you have a love for your child, for your niece, for your brother, for your little sister, for your mother, for your father, all different love. For a child, is love of seeing him or her grow properly, comfortable, safe. Protection is involved. Care, teaching, sharing, well wishes is involved. Love for your siblings that they're older is love for their health, for their happiness. For your parents, gratitude and love for what they've done for you, and a long life, to be around you, to enjoy exchanging energy with each other. Love for a romantic relationship is different. Lots of pleasure is involved. The desire is involved. Then for that we got to discuss how desire comes to be. What is that pleasure and what is the value of that partner's romantic partner? Is it that partner that actually we love, or is it the pleasure that we receive from that relationship that we love? Is it the desire that we have for the pleasure is what makes that partner valuable and that relationship amazing to us and desirable to us? Or is it the quality of the contribution to humanity that that partner is actually doing, or to our life, is why we think that person is important? Is that person important because that person is important, or is it important because we desire the pleasure that we can receive from her, your partner? These are all the questions that you need to understand before you talk about love, because in different ways love is different meaning and different definition. And in romantic way, often, beside what we just talked about, love is a frequency. Love is an emotion, is an energy exchange, is a frequency. It's hardly a logical thing. Often you love somebody that's totally not what you ever imagined or hoped for. And then someone that is supposedly in caste and background and nationality, religion, whatever else, seems to be compatible, doesn't work at all. So again, it's not one thing that we're talking about. There's so many different branches. Now, getting back to other question about how you define success in life. Again, success has different meanings for people. Sometimes success to someone who hasn't had food for a few days is having a good meal. And sometimes success is for someone who's suffering or dealing with some ailment, is to overcome that. Sometimes success is about someone who is in love with and wants to be able to get that partner, that girl, that man. And sometimes success is the amount of money that you would be able to get or accumulate through your hard work, your talents. Success is a relative world, but there is one definition that perhaps is universal. And success comes hand in hand with happiness, because why do you want success? You want success to be happy. So the ultimate goal is not the success. It's not the money, it's not the romantic thing, it's not the actual challenge that you're dealing with. You want to conquer all those, resolve them, take care of them, manage them, so you can be going to the next step, which is the happiness. That's where we really are focusing. So what is life all about, somebody asked here? Isn't life all about what we learn here, what we accumulate in wisdom, in knowledge, through the experiences that we go through? Is not life about happiness? Is not the life mandate about gathering all these wisdom and experiences and knowledge through this short journey of life, so when we die, this knowledge and wisdom and experiences will naturally be offered as a gift to enhance the understanding and wisdom of the universe as a whole, the nature that we come from it. Because we are all entities, envoys, to increase the wisdom of the universe as a whole. And the wisdom and the quality of one thing is based on the wisdom and qualities of every little bit that has made that one thing to be what it is. And the universe, among many other things in it, we are all the basic information, all the pieces, all the blocks that makes the nature to be what it is. So it is very important for us to understand our relationship with nature. We are part of nature. How to respect it, how to love it, how to cultivate it, how to make things grow for it and for us, how to have it benefit for the rest of the universe, rest of the nature, as every part of nature is supposed to be a part of the whole, and therefore every part should be benefit every other part, so the whole will be benefited. So the same way, when we die, we want to take all these experiences and knowledge that we've gathered, whether we want it or not, it will be transferred. Because the energy and the wisdom that we gathered doesn't die. It's part of the energy. Why do I say that? Because every night that we sleep, we enter into a certain kind of a frequency of mind where we can absorb the energy. So when we get up in the morning, we feel vigorous, lots of energy. So we can do lots of things and work and all that. But if you notice, even if you don't do a thing and sit on the couch and watch TV all day long, at the end of the day, you feel exhausted, as something has been used for that facilitating your day, even sitting and watching TV. So that means we're burning certain kind of energy, which replenishes when we sleep. And when we get up in the morning, we're vigorous. Now, like the battery of a toy, which you keep charging it, putting it in the toy, and the toy works. And then it runs out, then you take it out, charge it, put it in the toy, and the toy works. It runs out, and you keep doing it. One time, eventually, the battery does not accept the charge anymore. It's too old, too much use. Cannot keep that charge. But the charge doesn't die. Only the battery cannot take the charge anymore. But the charge is still wherever it was whenever we wanted to replenish the battery. Same thing with us. Every time we sleep, we charge up. And we get up, do our things. Eventually, one time, we don't get charged up anymore. But where does the charge go? The charge is still where it was, in the nature, because we received it from the nature. So it is not logical to think that when we die physically, the charge dies too. So it's not logical to think that what we have accumulated in the form of knowledge, which is in the form of energy, neurons and electrons and all that, that will die when our physical part dies. Because we're made out of two parts, mind and the body. Mind, the material process and all the neurons and electrons and so on, and the energy acceptance and all that, and the body, which facilitates the movements as a peripheral of the mind. So in other words, mind tastes through the tongue, and mind walks through manipulation of the legs. So it's the mind that leaves, which mind is the energy. So all these knowledge that we gather through our short journey of life is energy. And that energy, if we can't accept it anymore when we sleep, Well, we can't because the battery is not accepting any more energy. But where did the energy go? The charges, all those things that we accumulate in the form of energy, they will not die. They will eventually are part of the universe. That's where they came from, and that's where they go. So that's how we add to the wisdom and knowledge of the universe, by how we live, by how we interact with the challenges. And that makes us stronger while we're alive and learn from it, and makes the universe stronger when we are no longer there, but we have accumulated and enhanced and contributed to the whole wisdom, collective wisdom of the universe, collective consciousness, which is the nature and the wisdom of the universe. So, in fact, happiness is the destination. We want to be happy in this life. So if we really want to be happy, guess what? The whole secret of happiness is in the basics of life, not in the money that you go and get, not in the romantic thing that you die for, and not in the car and the house and everything else. It's very basic. You can be happy through the journey you take to get that car, get that girl, get that house, achieve that thing, learn that education that you want to do that research. You can be happy all through it. Not that you will only be happy when you achieve all those things that we just talked about. The happiness should not be when you get the gold. The happiness should be in the process of getting the gold as well. So the happiness should be all through the journey, every day and every moment, not just when you get to a certain destination that you had in mind. And where is that happiness? That happiness is so simple that it's guaranteed for you to have it all through your journey of life. If you want to see if you're happy or not, just plug your nose, close your mouth. You will see the meaning of happiness for you is to let go so you can breathe. So if you can breathe, one ingredient of happiness. If you have a place to sleep, it's the second part of happiness. If something to eat, some good tea to drink, a safe place to be, that's all you need for happiness. Clean water to drink, something to eat, be safe, a place to sleep, breathe. The rest is a story, is a journey, is gravy, is on top of it all. The rest is pleasure. The rest is amazing experiences. It should not be prerequisite to happiness, what you want to achieve in this world. Happiness should be your companion on the way to achieve what you want to achieve. So that's the meaning of life as far as I'm concerned, and I could talk about it in such a short time. Now, I hope that's something for you to ponder. So, let's see. I hope that was delivered properly, and I enjoyed talking about it. It's a very exciting subject, because everybody in this life misses something. Nobody has everything. But if we want to wait until we have everything that we imagine we should have, then that's a conditional happiness. When something becomes conditional, it's no longer in our control. When we are not in control of our happiness, how the hell can we be in control of anything else? Because obviously, most definitely, we're not in control of most everything else. But let's be in control of our own happiness, and let's base that on the very basics of survival, and then strive for whatever it is that you want to achieve in this world, and go get that car, go get that money, go get that house, go get that girl, and if you're a girl, go get that guy, get your partner. But these are all should be independent. In other words, your happiness should be independent of what you want to get in life. It should not be a stumbling block for your happiness. Happiness should be already based on simplest things in life, so you can be guaranteed and easily attained. Other things, okay, we'll go get them. Well, I like to have a very beautiful horse and train for jumping. But it's not in the cards, is it, right now? So we don't make that a prerequisite to happiness. We make this, right now, this moment, is the only reality, is the only actuality. The fact that I'm talking to you, I can change my word, I have that opportunity. But once I say it, it's the past. I cannot have any control on it. And what I haven't attained yet, it's the future. I have no control on it. So if I condition my happiness based on the past not being the way it was, or the past continuing to be always the way it was, or conditioning on the things that hasn't happened and I want it to happen, then I'm never living in the reality and the actuality of life. As it blooms, as it grows, I'm living in an illusion that doesn't exist. Hence, these are all non-existence, which is dead. Therefore, my life, as I expect it, or as I call it life, is actually in the death of the past, because it's either in the past, which doesn't exist, or it's in the future and hopes for something which hasn't come about yet. Therefore, I'm simply living in la la land and not in contact and in touch with the actuality of life, which is this very moment as I drink this tea. So let's focus on every moment of our life, and therefore life becomes much more visible than an illusion. Nice tea, actually. A good combination. Now, remember the things that you like about the talks that we do. I will turn it into short segments and upload it. And please do share them, because my YouTube channel is only a few years old, and I don't or haven't so far done much advertising for it. But we need you guys to share what you like about the channel, so others will get to know that there are hopes and support after breakup. There are things that they could make them feel happy and strong in negotiating their daily life. And for you to be able to share that, it is also like you're helping them. And at the same time, the channel gets exposed. So, having said that, let's see. And by the way, you guys, you know you can always go to my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. I think the link may be up there, or if it's not up there, if you go on mindthatseekstruth.com, you will see my site, which has opportunity for you to read sample chapters of my books. One book is called Me, My Psyche and I. Me, My Psyche and I is the kind of book that talks about these, things that we talked about. It looks like this. It comes in ebook and paper book, and ebook is much cheaper. I'd go for that. And Transient Thoughts and Me is another book. These are thoughts that comes to mind, and we didn't invite them. We didn't ask them to present themselves. They're unwanted in most cases. And we wonder, where do they come from? What do they say about me? Do they represent my interest? Does that have anything to do with me? How do they show up? And we talk about that. And then there is another one, which is the Breakup Book Handbook, which is most of the things that we talk about on the channel about breakups and so on. And you also will have a chance to see the table of contents. You will have a chance to see 10 minutes of the 1-hour seminar I did in one of the local universities last year about the end of fear and the relationship between fear and thoughts, which I've already opened that on YouTube for free. You can find it. It's called The End of Fear. It's a 50 minutes seminar in a university here. I was invited to do something for this group. And it's very interesting. It's probably the first time anybody approached that analogy and that discussion. And I think you will enjoy it. And of course, there's a Skype consultation possibility when you go on my site. You can click on that and you'll see all different ways to, book an appointment that we can talk one-on-one if that's what you need. And of course, on the Amazing Things in the World Facebook page, On Sundays, I have a live talk as well. And on my own page, Mind That Seeks Truth, Facebook page, which we're talking now. So do share the videos that you like, and do check my site and like the page, Facebook page, and we'll see what other events that I can put together. I'm trying to get streamlining on the YouTube, and I got to learn how to do that. And then we will then have that plus these, or instead. Okay, I've talked a lot. What are your questions? Or is it time to say goodbye? What time is it, guys? Anybody in the West Coast? West Coast of North America. Oh, John, it doesn't load. Then how is it that you can write a message? Where are you, John? What? Obviously you can't hear me, right? But I will always load it back, and you can see it on the rerun. Abhishek says, happiness concept you explain, love it. Love it, love it. Okay, good, I'm glad. Okay, so we have another 15 minutes to talk. Okay, thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Prince. So in this 15 minutes, if you have any concerns about anything about your life, or anything on your mind that you want to discuss, we can. Otherwise, I may just go on for another 15 minutes, and you guys will be sorry to be here. So let's see if we have any more questions. I think we answered all the questions that they were here. Success, happiness, love, job and asking for raise. What is life all about? Okay. Let's see. Don Diego says, whose or what is your inspiration? Oh, what a good question. You know that you can go on this subject a lot, but I think what is the biggest inspiration, or connection, or I don't know what you can call it, the energy that I interact with and consider that in tuned with the way of the universe, my inspiration, my hopes, is my best friend. My best friend is my inspiration. My son. My son, ever since he was born, has been my inspiration. And of course I have other things that I needed to evolve in order to be able to understand life. But my son and I, the exchange of energy, the communication, the effect on each other's life in the form of growth and learning. Often you find your teachers in many different forms. Nature is our teacher. The loved one is our teacher. The love that you have without expectations. That's a love of family. Love of your offspring. Love of your parents. These are the love that is in a different frequency in our lives, in tune with the pure energy of life, universe itself. So I think that's perhaps good. And my other inspirations are, basically how to be a better person, how to help people, how to be a good addition to the energy that flows from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe, how I can boost it, how I can let it flow through me, how to be transparent and worthy of it to flow through me, and how I can help things grow and develop, people or things, and help the environment and the universe, the nature that we share for a short time in life, to become a better place as much as personally I can. Because we seem to think the society's made us, or that person is like that because the society that he was raised in. But the question is, who made the society? We did. So the society that has made me is the society that I made. Now, not personally, not me, but me as a human being. We are the society. I am the society. What I do shapes the society. What you do, what every one of us. So we are the society, not the society creates us. We created the society. So if we want to have a better society, better world, it starts from here, right here. See what needs to be negotiated differently. See what needs to be changed. See what needs to be analyzed and understood and observed. See things as they are and understand them well before you can interact with them well. And perhaps things that we need to do to change what needs to be changed in us, so the society in turn can change, because you are the society. Everything that is wrong in this world is because it's wrong with us. And we can figure that out and start fixing that step by step, one by one, internally. And the external will always be fixed, because that is a product of what we imagined it to be. And what we imagine, we make it and turn it into physical shape eventually. And that's what we've done with the society. But it should start from here if we don't like it and we want to change it, which I'm sure most of us want to change the societies that we live in. Okay, now, the video won't load, John, but you can hear me? Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to load it once we're done, which seems to me it's pretty much should be now. We should be sometimes in West Coast at 11:15 at the moment, and every time when I'm talking, I can't see the time unless somebody tells me. Don Diego calls me, thanks, Daddy Dudby. Okay, thank you, Don. Okay, now, if we don't have any more questions, I would like to wish you all a wonderful week and hope you will sort things out. Take good care of yourselves. Pay attention to yourselves. And understand that the image you have of yourself is what you're negotiating world with. And so make that image what pleases you, and make that image to be your shield and not be so agitated by what others do or say, because all they're doing, they're saying it, and your image absorbs it, not you. So, thank you, Brenda. You have a great day as well. And thank you for being here. And guys, take care of yourselves and the others, and be good to yourselves and the others, and see you guys next week or tomorrow at the Amazing Things in the World. I'll put the post up. And thanks for being here, and love you all. See you next week, or see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.